Well, Facebook friends, we are here, and in fact, we're pretty much wrapping up our interview time. I've got one that I'm going to do for another network. I might live stream that because it's for Scandinavian Live, which means if I don't do it on Facebook Live, you're not going to see it at all, and well, unless you're in Scandinavia. But I am here with another person who has been a part of global media and television and broadcasting and ministry as long as I've been a part of CMA or any other part of it, and that's Benjamin Dame. That's his IMDb meaning or name, right?
Yes, that's it.
So
that's the
when
one.
you go to Hollywood, that's who you find is Benjamin Dame, award-winning executive producer, actor in many films, Christian media involvement. In fact, we met on the Christian Media Association's leadership team and have done stuff here at Global Media Summit together now 2 years in a row.
Yes, we keep meeting like this.
We keep meeting like this,
yeah.
People are going to start to talk.
They are.
It's a good thing my wife is watching. She's a witness, so he's pretty, but not like that. So, sorry.
No, your wife is mega beautiful.
Yes,
she's beautiful. She just glows.
When she walks in the room, I just look at her and go, "Hello, hottie." I said that to her at the grocery store around Thanksgiving because we had gone different ways, and she was coming up one aisle, and I could see her, and she could see me. I went, "Hello, hottie," and every woman in the store was like, "What?"
Say what?
Of course, her face just lights up, and I'm like,
"Oh, that's beautiful. I love that."
All right, so. But we want to talk about this award that you won tonight, well, this morning.
Okay, yeah.
And so the award itself is a little unusual. It's not like a big trophy or anything like that. It's actually a powerful tool.
Yes, it is. It is.
Tell me what you're going to do with that.
Well, Beyond the Farthest Star is our film that we've been working on like forever, but it's about to come out internationally and DVD, streaming everywhere. And so Uplift actually gave us the award based on our trailers and our promotions. So I had to go up on stage and do our little 2-minute pitch of the film and kind of tell the story, and that's just a really log line of what the story is all about. So it really is an amazing film. It's very strong, story-wise, acting-wise. It's just one of those things that everything kind of came together, but it's the kind of film you really want to see. But it's great when people recognize it, like Bob Higley with Uplift. We were awarded several spots of promotion, commercial spots on the network to promote our film when it releases.
The challenge with movies is getting the word out about them in a place that it's going to matter, in the market where the demographic cares. That's usually an expensive venture.
It's very difficult because after you spend all the money to produce the film, then you got to spend all the money to market the film, and a lot of people don't think about the marketing aspects until later, and sometimes it's too late, and the movie may sit on a shelf because they don't have the marketing funds to get it out there.
And then whatever timeliness you had in the actual message, how it was relevant to the day's themes and the things that were on the top page of the newspaper this last week, if that's 18 months or 2 years or longer before you can publicize it, you kind of lose.
Yeah, you do. There's that window, and so you want to take advantage of that as much as possible. But everything today moves so fast, you know, and distribution is changing very quickly. So
we're all over the globe right now.
That's great.
Certainly, there's not 500,000 people or 500 million people watching, but there could be.
You never know.
They
could be watching us. Yeah, well, I'm telling you, it really is a wonderful film, and we're about to go international all over the world with the film. But it is just, if you want to go to beyondthefartheststar.com or check us out on Facebook, there's a lot of information about the film. But it's just one of those movies that has this great storyline that really hits people where they live. It's a very real film.
It's got a lot of grit.
It's got a lot of grit, and it doesn't shy away from the realism that a lot of families are struggling with today as they're spiraling out of control. And there's not a lot of support in the media for families today. And what do you do? And so you see how this family struggles, but ultimately they find redemption.
And even in the darkness, there's a redeeming story.
Yes.
And even in the grit of life, there's the grace that comes over the top of that.
Well, and our whole theme is Beauty for Ashes. We had Crystal Lewis, multi-Dove award-winning and Grammy award-winning artist. She saw the film with her daughter, and she said, I want to reimagine our song Beauty for Ashes that she actually recorded with Ron Canoli in the 90s. It was a big hit on Christian radio. And then she said, why don't we retool it for your film, because we have that scripture in Isaiah about he will bring us beauty for ashes.
Wow.
So it's a central theme of the film. So we have Crystal Lewis, who's involved, and she sings at the end in the credits. That incredible film. We have a music video of Crystal.
We got to see the music video this morning.
You did,
and that's available when they buy the DVD.
Yes,
But
yes,
there's
it'll
no
be
way
on
to
the
see
DVD.
it otherwise, it's not like online or anything.
It actually is on Facebook. You can check it out on Facebook.
Oh,
It is
wow.
available on Facebook, so people can see it there at Beyond the Farthest Star Facebook. And I mean, we've got this great deal with Bodie and Brock Taney, who actually novelized the story. So through HarperCollins,
And she has been famous as a novelist.
she's
for a long
incredible.
time.
I mean, she co-wrote John Wayne's biography.
Wow.
So that's where she kind of got her platform, and they've written, I want to say, 70-something books. Have
They've
sold.
shaped the way a lot of people think. And
They've sold something like 40 million books
Wow.
around the world. They're very, very well known, and they're best-selling authors internationally. So we were privileged when they decided to take our screenplay and novelize the story. So that's available through HarperCollins, Christian. And then also, in addition to all that, when we were way in beginning of producing the film, Thomas Kincaid,
Yes.
saw the movie in its very rough stage. He actually started painting a watercolor that he was going to take into oil after he saw the movie, but then unfortunately he passed away. And so his nephew, Zach Kincaid, took the original vision and completed the oil. So now we also have Beyond the Farthest Star through Kincaid Company. So it really is an amazing
it's got
story.
a strong merchandise behind it as well.
It does. All
That's
the
powerful.
pieces kind of fell into place. It was kind of a God thing. It all kind of fell into place. And now with what's going on in the media, of course, you need all those components to help
Yes.
propel the film. You just can't put a film out there anymore. You need a little bit of everything. So all that really helps us tell our story. We actually had, we went to the Value Voters Summit last year, and it was accepted and screened there. But I'm telling you, it's just been a journey and a little bit of opposition to get it all done.
Bottle. I mean, for as long
Yeah.
as I've known you,
Yeah.
the excitement is all bubbling up inside you,
Yes.
just waiting for the top to pop. And,
Right.
All right, so let me ask you this one question that just keeps going through my mind, because I know when we do video, whether I'm in the studio or whatever else, I hear the interviewer ask a question, and I think, man, why didn't you ask that like this? And I'm behind the camera, and my job is to shut up and make sure they stay in the frame. And it's really hard not to go, but you forgot this and you didn't ask that. And so when you were serving as the executive producer on this film, how tempting was it to go, but you need to act that like this. Hang on, let me jump in there. Let me take that role. I could do that so much better.
Well, you know, here's the cool thing. As an actor, I was able to play a role on camera, and so I played the deputy in the film, and I worked with such greats as Barry Corbin, you know, who was the sheriff, and Renee O'Connor. She was on the Xena series, and she's actually a Texas actress. She's from Houston. We both went to the same high school, which is crazy. But so she's in the film, and we had this amazing up-and-coming young cast. So the people in the film are so gifted and anointed. I mean, we're talking amazing acting.
Who's the young lady who plays the main role?
So that's Jeremy Lee.
Jeremy,
she's amazing. She really is. She actually has done a lot of voiceover work. So she's been in a lot of, our millennials will know her from, gosh, it totally blows my mind. I'm forgetting all the shows, but she's done a lot of anime voiceovers.
Oh, wow.
So she's played Art Sword Online, I believe, is one of them, and she's done a ton. I want to say over 100 different characters through animation. So she's well known in that market, but people don't realize what a gifted and talented actress she is.
She's just got those eyes that just penetrate your soul. And,
yeah,
you know, that one confrontation with her dad in the garage, you see that look of defiance, and I'm like, that's every teenager I've ever raised. I've seen that face. I know that face.
She's so powerful, and we've got, I mean, the whole cast is just phenomenal. They really are. And they work together like a team, so I didn't have to say anything. You know, we had Todd Terry, who plays the lead, Adam Wells, in the film, Jeremy's dad in the film. And, you know, he was notified. We had a major actor drop out, so we had to quickly replace with Todd. And I think it was a God thing, because Todd is so impressive in the role. And so he jumped in, and literally the most pivotal, emotionally challenging moment in the film, his character had to do, he had to do within 3 days on set.
Wow.
And he did an incredible job. You've seen the film, right?
I've not seen the whole film.
You haven't
I've
seen?
only seen trailers and highlights.
You got to see it. You got to
Well,
see
the
it.
next time you have a premiere showing, please let
Yes,
me know.
yes, you got to see it. Yeah, but you'll be going, what? Because I sat there and watched that scene take place. I was on set, and it just is thrilling.
Yeah. Okay, so one more question for you, and I know you need to go, and I can see people starting to gather. When you sit there from the script to the final cut, the last edit's done, you put it on there, you think, man, did I forget anything? Did I miss a color correction? What did the editors miss in that one scene? Is there a school bus driving by? When you're all done and you're seeing that finished product, do you feel like you're tasting the sausage at the end of the run, going, okay, we saw all the ugly that went in, and all the stress and the strain and the financial fighting and all that stuff, and then you look at the end of it and you go, okay, I just want to bask in this moment? Or do you look at it and go, I can't believe it looks like that, because I know what went into it?
Yeah, I said something today, but it took us 7 years to pull it all together, to get it together. I mean, we went after the financing. I mean, I saw every part of every nook and cranny, every detail kind of pull together to make the film. So I'm amazed at how good it is, but not really, because I know God had a hand in it, and He was able to breathe into this project. And I will tell you, I'm proud. I am so proud of this project, because as an actor, I'm handed a script, and it's my job. They pay me to perform that role
and make it
look good. And they're like, you stand here, you say that line, you walk over here, you say that line, and I do it. That's my job. But in this film, and I don't have any power.
Right.
I'm just the actor on the screen. But I will tell you, this film, I had a hand in making the film. And so to me, I am most proud of it, because it is a product and a story that people can watch, and it can change lives. It literally changes lives. And I've seen the tears, I've seen the people come out of it totally transformed, and I had a hand in that. So I would say my feeling is that I'm beaming. I'm so excited and humbled to be a part of a project like this.
It may be impossible to answer this question realistically, because it's not hypothetical, but it's close.
Yeah.
If you watched that movie with an absolute stranger and heard them say, well, I liked everything but this, would your reaction be, I'm proud of it because it's a great movie and I love all the things about it? Or would it be more like a parent kind of ownership? You're not allowed to say that. I don't care if it is true.
You don't know. No, what happens...
Explain why it's like that.
What happens is that I've seen the film, as you can imagine, many, 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 many times, because I've been at every screening. And I get emotional every single time.
Wow.
At the end of the film. It is powerful. I mean, the Holy Spirit just comes into the theater. It's amazing. And so when people ask me, I mean, most of everyone that I've seen it with, strangers, they say, I've never seen a film quite like this. It is amazing. And they say that with emotion. We had a pastor that I talked to. He called me on the phone. He goes, I didn't call you for 3 days because I couldn't talk after seeing the film. That's the kind of emotional response that elicits. But we'll have someone that says, well, what about this point, or what about that? And I'll say, you need to see it again because you missed something. And then so they'll see it again. We have one friend of ours where we've known him through he would come to every screening, and we got to know him. And he says, every time I come, I see something different in the film I didn't realize was there. And it makes even more, it makes much a stronger statement than I ever thought the first time I watched it. So it is one of those films that you keep watching and it just grows.
Isn't that the criticism that we get in so much of Christian media, that the characters aren't developed enough, the plot isn't developed enough, the grit isn't really there, the reality of life isn't there.
Yes.
And so as you move through that, just the notion that someone, whether you're talking about a screening or buying a ticket, would go more than once.
Yes, yes.
When The Shack came out, I went and saw it by myself, got a feel for it. Then I took my wife to see it, and then I told the kids, if you want to go see it, I'll go with you because I want to be there to debrief when you have questions.
Well, I think that's a sign of a good film, don't you?
I agree.
Because you want to keep experiencing
My kids
it.
love those.
Yes.
They've all seen them in the theater. They bought every DVD. They watch them over and over again. Pretty close to memorizing the scripts to those.
Right, right.
You know, the movie's got to trigger something in you to do that. I can't think, other than The Passion of the Christ, of the last Christian film, that I could have said that about. That
right, I agree.
People have come back to see it multiple times, or even cared enough to look and go, what did I miss? Or what could I add? Or what could I understand better?
Let me tell you, Andrew Labrisi is so gifted as a writer and director, and he put this film together. It was his concept. He wrote it, and we hear over and over and over again from professionals in the industry, as well as people who see the film, that film is so well crafted, and that's one of the reasons why it took so long for it to be put together. It is a labor of love, but you relate to every character, every line in the film, and if you really pay attention, there's all these Easter eggs and nuggets in there that you didn't realize were there.
That takes really good writing.
Yes. So yes, I would say people will be impressed by it, surprised. And it's a different movie the second time, the third time, the fourth time.
A good stew.
Yeah.
Ben, I appreciate you
Thanks,
taking
Loren.
the time
Thank
to
you
chat
so
with
much.
us. Again, tell people how they can see it, how they can get their hands on it.
So it'll be releasing later this year. You can go to beyondthefartheststar.com, but make sure you like us on Facebook, because the latest and greatest news about the film, where it's going to be released, when it will be released, will be on Facebook. And it's just, you know, the normal way to find us. Just go to facebook.com, and I believe it's / Beyond the Farthest Star, Beyond the Movie, one of the two, but you can find us on Facebook.
And we'll tag it in the comments below. I appreciate you watching tonight. I hope you've enjoyed all the interviews. This makes, I think we've wrapped up 15 now here at the Global Media Summit. And if we can find Edward, John, and Karen, we may do one for Scandinavia Live as well. And then we'll be all done in time to enjoy the banquet. But thanks for watching. I am J Loren Norris, and you've been watching Tell It Like It Is TV. Have a great night.